welcome back to Subsistence. So, yeah, did a little bit of stuff last night. Got a, well, I got a chicken, and it's cooking up right now. It was alive when I shot it, so, it was alive after I shot it, let's put it that way. So I could hang on to it for a little while, but I have made up a lot of planks, and we're now down to like no wood. I used up virtually all the wood we had making planks and some extra arrows and stoking the fire. So we have to get lots more wood, but I want to kill a cougar today. So that's on my agenda for early part of the day. So our chicken should be done now. Let's get back there real quick before it burns. Don't burn chicken. Here it is, and we'll go ahead and eat it now. What the heck? And let's eat a berry or two. Yeah, maybe two would be appropriate. And I think we are good on everything. So let's head out, guys. Let's head over to the cougar territory. So I'm gonna just, instead of swimming, we're gonna run and see if we can find stuff along the way. Maybe gather a little wood. Maybe gather some loot crate stuff. Yeah, we will see. There's a small game animal over there. I don't know what it is. Looks like maybe a bunny. What is that over there? Yeah, I think that's a bunny. Let's see if we can get this guy. Got it. Cool. That was easy. Man, it's so much easier than hardcore mode. I gotta say, I am really struggling in hardcore mode to hit any of the small game animals. I've gotten a few chickens. I don't recall if I've ever gotten a bunny in there. They're skittish. And I'm starting to get the idea that if they see you, they run. But if they're facing away from you, you can get a little closer to them and maybe get a shot on them. But I'm not hitting the bunnies at all. And I'm not finding hardly any stuff. Like nails is a big problem for me over there. But in this playthrough, I'm not really having any problems at all. I'm able to take out any of the animals, and I haven't really tangled with the bears because there's no point to do the bears. You don't get anything special from the bears that you couldn't get from a wolf, and a wolf you can take out in one shotgun blast. So I figure, okay, the wolves will chase you more readily and longer, and they're just a bigger pain in the butt than the bears. So you can tend to just avoid the bears and take out the wolves instead and save yourself some ammo. So now granted, bears might give you more fat than you could find on the wolves and stuff, but again, they're just it's more ammo to take them out, so I tend to just not bother with them. So alright, we're just grabbing stuff as we head up into this general vicinity. And we're going to start listening out for a cougar growl. So, you see our little box over there. If you haven't watched the other videos, I built a little bit of a box in that archway, that stone archway area. And that's where we're going to take cougars to slay them. Okay, I see a bear over there. Let's head up this direction some more. Now, being as well fed as we are, we should have no problem sprinting. What happened? Did it? Okay, I saw a fiber plant and it just seemed to vanish in front of me. But yeah, there should be a cougar. I've had very, very good luck in other playthroughs finding lots of cougars in this area. Like right around here, you should start hearing a growl. But I'm not hearing a growl. And you hear them growl from a long way away too, so. And there's really no mistaking it. Once you hear it, you kind of can't unhear it. They are, yeah, there's no mistaking that it's a cougar and not a bear or a wolf. It's very, very distinctly a large cat. But look at this, we're getting good stuff up here. Even if we're not finding the cougar, that's fine too. as long as we get all this other good stuff. Okay, but we'll continue heading in this general direction for a little bit. I'll be surprised if we don't find a cougar today. Now, the sound of the water could potentially be a little bit of a problem for us, and I'm further away from our little shack than I really want to be to attract a cougar, but yeah, this is damn. Kind of surprising, frankly. Now, if we had a rifle, I could deal with the cougar from a distance. You just get a shot on it, and then you run until it stops chasing you, and then you take another shot and do that. But that is far more dangerous than getting it to just follow you back to a little cage, and you can hide in safety while it tries to get at you. Come on. Oh, damn it. No, hold still, chicken. There we go. Well, hell. Yeah, I'm not going to go that much further away, because to then kite it back to our little box would be dangerous and kind of long. I wouldn't say boring, but not worth the time spent, if you ask me. I mean, it would be, frankly, because we'd get sinew, but I don't want to spend all that time. I'd rather shoot these small game animals that we do see. Huh. It's weird. I have found cougars out here like virtually every time I've come around this area in other playthroughs. That's kind of blowing my mind. Huh. Now, I don't think I really would find any down this far away from the mountain. I have never seen them come down quite this far unless they're like chasing me. But I see a loot crate over here that I want to get. There's a chicken. That chicken, you're free. You're free to go about your business, chicken. Huh. Oh, another bear. Alright, well, this is bear country. There's definitely bear country up here. Well, I'll tell you what, we didn't get the cougar. Let's go back to our fire. No point letting it go out while I'm thinking about it. It may well have gone out already, but it's kind of disappointing we didn't get the cougar today. But, you know, honestly, without the rifle or a 44, I wouldn't want to risk trying to take one on that I couldn't kite back to our little safety box. I mean, the whole purpose of the safety box was to do cougar kills. But, yeah, I'm not going to kite one across the whole freaking map. If we just follow along the snow line, we would eventually run into one. I'm fairly confident of that. But with just a 9mm and a shotgun, that's not appropriate cougar hunting weaponry. And the 44 does really good damage, by the way. We can't make one until we get a BCU though, and a workbench. I think maybe you don't need the workbench, but you do need like gun parts and stuff that we just don't have any of that. And the rifle, we just need some refined iron ore, but again, you need the BCU in order to make a refinery. So both those weapons are out for the moment. But, you know, I've had great success doing cougar kills with just the shotgun, as long as I've got a safety shack to retreat to. But, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to kite them halfway across the map. I do want to be able to make our boots. Those boots would be really nice, but I think we're going to have to wait. So, and I'm almost positive that our fire is out. I don't know how long we've been away, but I can't imagine it's still burning. And if that's the case, oh look, no, we need some nutrition. I mean, I could eat these things, but we've got 3 small game animals. We're not far from the camp. Might as well just go back there. Oh, and look, our fire is still burning. That's amazing. That is amazing to me. I really thought it would have been out. Oh my god, it is virtually out. Yeah, it doesn't get much closer than that. Alright, let's go ahead and butcher the hares, and they can go in and get cooked. The chicken's still alive, so it can wait a little bit. Go ahead and drink this and then refill it. So I'll grab what we can while the chicken's cooking, or the bunnies. Yeah, and okay, we need so much wood right now because, like I said, I converted virtually all the wood that I had. I had a stack of 50 in one of the boxes, and I had a bunch on me, and I made pretty much all of it into planks, and then went out and got a little bit more to feed the fire with, but yeah, let's just eat that one. Put these back in there. Oh, and now the chicken died. That's fine. We'll pick it up here momentarily. Alright, let's head back and just start doing some wood gathering and get as much as we can from this nearby area. So now, what was the last thing we were supposed to do before we leave the camp every time? Feed the fire. I didn't do that. It wasn't the very last thing. That's bad. I need to get myself into that habit. It's not as critical in this mode as it is in hardcore mode, of like always making sure the last thing you do before you head out is to kill the fire. But in that mode, I just don't have the availability as much biofuel and, you know, matches and fire starter kits and things like that. So yeah, there's a wolf that's staring me down over there. But we did get a face-to-face, no defenses wolf kill in hardcore mode very recently, and I felt really good about that. I let that thing just come running right at me and jump. It leaped up to try and bite me, and I just blew its brains out. And I was not afraid. Okay, I was afraid. I was a little bit afraid that I would choke. But everything worked out. We got our kill. And it didn't end my playthrough. That could very well have ended my entire playthrough right then and there. But I was tired of playing it so safe all the time. And in this one, you know, I'm playing it relatively safe, but not that safe. And yet, we haven't died in this one either, so that's good. There's another chicken. Let's get this other chicken. Oh, that was a terrible shot. What was I even thinking on that one? That was just dumb. That was really dumb. Where'd it go? Which side of the rock did it go on? That one. Okay, you're over here. I just, hey, hold on, chicken. I don't want to hurt you. I just want to eat you. I can't see it, really. There, I just had to take a guess at where it would be. There we go. All right, let's go cook some more food. We got some wood. That's good. Let's eat that. Go ahead and cook these guys up. Always feed the fire. And let's eat a berry. Yeah, well, we can't go too far out now when I've got that stuff cooking there, but I figured, you know, I'm not going to just stand there and watch the fire. When I need wood. We need freaking wood. Lots and lots and lots of it. There's another wolf over there. Okay. I think that should be done cooking. I see some fiber right there. Everything is good. That, and we got a couple things to eat for later. Put away some stuff. I think the rest goes in here. And we can put this canteen back in there. Alright, well, what freaking time is it? Oh, we got lots of time. Lots and lots of time. So, I have to pee really bad right now, but I don't want to stop the video while we have so much daylight left. So I'm going to just hold it. I'm going to hold it. I'm very uncomfortable right now. Guys, I want you to know that I'm making great personal sacrifice to ensure that we don't shortchange you on this content here, because, you know, who knows what might happen in the latter part of the day, and I don't want to split this into two different videos purely because I have a tiny little pea-sized bladder. Well, okay, it's not a bladder thing, it's more of a freaking prostate thing. It's not that my bladder is small, it's that my prostate is the size of a freaking grapefruit. And, yeah, that's... Alright, you don't need to know all the details of everything in my life, but I'm just saying I gotta pee. That's the thing. But we're not, you know, let's not focus on that, because the more I talk about it, the more I have to go. And, good Lord, I'm surrounded by wolves. Right, don't, you know, and I swear, if a wolf sneaks up on me and, like, bites my hind ears, I'm going to pee myself in real life. I got to tell you right now, I would just wet myself, like, instantly. Right, but we're not going to do that. This is not, no ass biting, no wetting the chair. Just don't do any of that stuff, and everything is fine. But I'm going to stop talking about it because it makes me want to go more, because I can't... Okay, don't talk about it. Why? See, and then I talk about not talking about it, which is what? It's talking about it still. So let's change the subject, please. Somebody just toss out a subject. Bananas? Right. Bananas, if you aren't aware, were... Like, their present-day form, bananas... they're not looking nothing like what they did before humans bred them to be what they are today. They're literally like kind of a small green plantain thing that they're hard. They're all fibrous inside. They're filled with seeds. They're virtually inedible. You have to cook them in order to make any part of a wild banana edible. Not to mention the fact that modern day bananas that are they have been purposely engineered. They're over time they have been crossbred and so forth to make them into today's modern bananas, which don't at all resemble what they originally look like. And modern day bananas cannot be like grown. They don't have seeds in them. You ever get a banana seed? No, of course you haven't, because that's part of what their appeal is now, is they're just not. So it's my understanding, I could be wrong about this part. The rest of it I'm positive about, but I'm pretty sure that modern day bananas, they have to, like banana trees and stuff, they don't come from trees, from seeds I should say, they come from clones. They have to be cloned from another, plant. I don't know about that part of it, but I do know that modern day bananas bear no resemblance whatsoever to what they were originally like before humans started changing them. So literally, we created the modern banana. Just like we created dogs, there was no such thing as a dog 10,000, 15,000 years ago. No, it was wolves. All modern dogs have evolved from wolves. But what's cool is we, by selectively breeding wolves, apparently in our ancient past, it's surmised that wolves were, like, in times of, like in lean times when there wasn't a lot of game and so forth, some wolves would, again, this is speculation, but it's, to me, it makes the most sense of how we and wolves got to work together. They would apparently follow around the hunter-gatherer camps, the ancient nomadic camps and stuff, and the wolves that were like less afraid of humans would more likely take steps to get closer to the human encampments and be able to raid our trash piles for bones and scraps and things like that they could eat, thus making them more likely to survive, right? So natural selection would favor wolves that were less timid about approaching humans. So basically, those wolves would get fed from a source that other wolves that were more skittish and not likely to come close to the human encampments, they wouldn't have the benefit of that additional food source, right? So over time, that favored characteristic would be passed on to the young, that these, the wolf pups then would more likely inherit a trait that made them amenable to hanging around where humans were, right? So far so good, right? It makes sense that, if they're more likely to get more food by hanging around the human camps, and the ones that were more likely to hang around closer to the human camps would get more food, they would be able to reproduce better than ones that only relied on their own kills and things like that. So then it is surmised that over time, perhaps some wolves got close enough that, maybe a mother wolf, died or something, or was killed, and then she had pups that like human villages or these nomadic tribes might have, taken in the wolf pups and then raised them. And subsequent to that, once that happened, and this we know is a fact, that early human civilizations did in fact raise wolf pups. What they did was then breed the ones who were more social with humans. Obviously, if they would bite the hand that feeds them, they would not be around much longer. And of course, if they're not being favored by their human captors or guardians or whatever, they wouldn't get the opportunity to reproduce. But the ones that were, real amenable to hanging around and being nice and working with the humans, they would find not only do they get to eat, they get to breed, and of course their puppies would then, inherit those traits, and then the cycle begins of where you see, it would lead to very social animals that, work well with humans and so forth. Because why? Because those behavioral traits would have been purposely bred into their puppies. And then, as time goes on, those traits become more and more and more enhanced because they are favored by the humans that are doing the breeding. So I think that's fascinating, the story of how dogs began. It's okay, you wolf are not very friendly with humans, and therefore what happens to you? You don't get to eat my food or my butt, none of that. And see, this is the lesson that wolves learned over time, that wolves like this one will never breed. It will never be able to propagate, and therefore it goes the way of the dodo bird. Alright, so what are we doing now? We're going to burn this liver, and we're going to cook that steak. We're going to fuel that fire, and we're going to drink this water. Oh, this is good stuff, guys. This is really good. Getting all the stuff. Would have liked to find more loot crates and stuff, but overall, not a bad day. And we didn't find the cougar, which we will continue to seek out the cougars, but we're making good headway here, I think, at least. So for now, I'm just going to do the cooking. The sun's going down. And I got to go pee again. I still have to go pee. It dawned on me that it's about time I do that before I have some kind of rupture or something. I don't know if it would get that dramatic, but I do know that I don't want to wet my pants. So, with that in mind, I will say thank you so much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of my little evolutionary talk thing too, because I find that stuff fascinating. It's very, very cool. And look up the banana thing. If you doubt me on that modern day bananas are nothing like bananas that were originally found in the wild, is very fascinating. And the whole wolf and dog thing too. There's a great BBC documentary on how man made dog or something like that. It's very, very good stuff. But anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you're enjoying this. If you are, please smash that like button. Leave me any comments, tips, tricks, recommendations, or death threats. Go to the bathroom when you have to go to the bathroom, by the way, and subscribe if you haven't. And I will talk with all of you again very, very soon.